we're less than an hour away from that sunset occurring around Grand Junction at 7 p.m. For Montrose, it's about 6:57 p.m. And even though this is an eastbound view, it's just as beautiful, can be just as beautiful as that westbound view of the setting sun. We get that glow up on the Grand Mesa, glow in our mountains to the east. Well worth it. We have partly cloudy skies now. We've maintained partly cloudy skies throughout the day. We've also maintained widely scattered showers, brief thunderstorms as well, but most of this activity along the divide and to the north. And that's been the pattern for the last couple of days, just these isolated storms popping up over the mountain zones, drifting slowly around. We still have a couple of cells just jumping up onto the northern end of the Colorado Plateau. One or two cells up on the Book Cliffs north of Grand Junction right now. But again, most of the activity occurred to our north today. A nice steady stream from about Rangeley, in fact, almost parallel with Highway 40 from west to east. We've seen storms repeatedly crossing through the Meeker area. We look upstream and we'll see yet more of those storms moving through the region tonight. But there's a bulk of activity further to the north tonight through midnight in the state of Wyoming. That'll all appear in our forecast within the next 24 hours. But interesting, we've had some light rounds, very light rounds of rain showers today across the Grand Valley, across the Uncompahgre Valley as well. The previous days, we've had some of those storms kicking up the wind gusts to around the 40-mile-per-hour zone. That was not the case today. But I'll say this, right around 3:20 this afternoon in Montrose, we had some hail. Light rain and very small hail occurring. This video courtesy of Dan Cannon in Montrose. And you can see on the patio, not just the rain, the pitter-patter, but also some very small hail. And it's more seen on that comfortable chair right there. So this is just the precursor. We have our incoming storm system. It's a low pressure system situated now in the Pacific Northwest. But for the last couple of days, we've had that southwest flow rounding out the base of this trough. And what's been transporting in is not just the wind, breezy, not just the temperatures, slightly warmer than the averages in the 80s, but also some moisture being transported in. So earlier this week, we were wringing out what was left in the San Juans, and as we progress through the midweek period and get to the end of the week today, Thursday, we've just had that steady little increase of rain opportunities. Now, as we get into tomorrow afternoon, that low pressure system starts to drive towards Wyoming. We get that cold front attached to it. Cold front, fall, that means we have cooler temperatures to look forward to. So this cold front for the weekend, we'll readjust our temperatures. We'll get everything back to the more normal mid and lower 70s for this time of the year. That's where we will remain through the weekend. That's where we will remain through much of next week. But also getting into Friday afternoon, late Friday afternoon, Friday evening, we get more widespread showers. I'm not necessarily going to comply with thunderstorm phrasing, but I think we're going to get widespread showers. Very steady rain that's going to occur Friday night. Makes for great football weather, regardless wet or dry. We're going to have cool conditions, overcast conditions, and some rain. Now, this cold front will stall out this weekend. It's not in any hurry, so just keep that in mind with your plans outside this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, even into Monday, we'll still get some lingering showers with this cold front stalled out. It'll finally pass through the region, clearing us by early next week. That'll open up the door for a high pressure system that will clear us out. It won't necessarily warm us up, but it will clear us out and it'll give us more ideal fall days. But this weekend, if you're traveling out and about, just know we'll start to record some rain showers as early as tonight in the San Juan Mountains, but getting more widespread, and especially in the high country, the Grand Mesa, the Uncompahgre, mountains, mesas, plateaus. That'll be the order of business for wet roads. And remember, when we get leaves on the ground, you can lose traction. So just be mindful of that. And please designate a driver, one person to drive, the rest of the vehicle can leaf peep, if you will. But it's not just the rain showers. We're also going to be looking at snow in the upper elevations. Saturday morning, Sunday morning, we should see 1 to 2 inches above 12,000 feet. Usual suspects, we're talking about the San Juan Mountains, the Elks in Pitkin County, the Gore Range in Eagle County. Even the flat tops, folks, if you have hunters that you know will be in the flat tops this weekend, make sure they're prepared. I'm sure they are, but make sure they're prepared for this little blast of early winter weather. Some light snow there will make for a great hunt. If you're not prepared, then that's a whole different scenario. I don't expect we'll get winter weather advisories out of this because most of the mountain passes will be below that snow line, but everything below 10,000 feet will have some wet surfaces, so please drive carefully. Talking temperatures with the cold front. Today, another day slightly above the average. Remember, 74 is the average for Montrose, 77 for Grand Junction is our average. It'll take a cold front swinging through this weekend that'll get us back to those more normal numbers, seasonal, mid-70s, and that's right where we'll be. I don't expect a whole lot of wind increase, but 5 to 15 miles per hour, and then with some storms moving through 25 to 30. But again, wind is not going to be a huge element. So we'll keep rain showers going. Don't write off the weekend just yet. Partly cloudy skies, late afternoon storms. Some of these storms will start kicking around during the overnight hours into the early morning hours. But the most important message to share is we're going to get a weekend of rain showers, and that's important because many of us still have rain deficits from 1.25 inches to 2.5 inches. So keeping the rain lingering through the weekend, keeping our temperatures cooler, that's the order of business for this early fall pattern.